So my name is Hannah Chan, and I'm Phoebe Chan, and the entry of our topic is what price national security, the unwarranted and unconstitutional relocation and incarceration of Japanese Americans, and its impacts today.
Here with Annika. I got the box you wanted from the attic.
Oh, thank you. Hi Amy, what did you do in school today? We're learning about the Constitution, but all the rights and the articles are kind of getting my brain all confused.
So what's in this box anyway?
It's my parents' radio from 1941. Why would you keep this from 1941? Go back to the box and take out the letter, please.
This thing?
Yes. A check for $20,000?
And this letter is from President George Bush Sr. Grandma, what does it mean about to recognize the serious injustices were done to Japanese Americans during World War II? What happened to you?
Well, after the bombing of World War II, Pearl Harbor, the men were placed in internment camps and the families were placed in relocation camps. Listen to this. Dear Diary, today is December 7th, 1942, exactly a year after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. So much has happened in a year. For the past 181 days, my family and I have been living in Block 9, Barrack 3. Mom, Isaiah, Sakura, and I with 4 other people. But we still don't know where Dad is. After the bombing, the FBI raided businesses and houses looking for evidence of espionage. They came and arrested Dad because of his interest in judo. They also arrested our neighbor, Mr. Yasui, and accused him of plotting to blow up the Panama Canal, which is over 3,000 miles away, all because his son had a diagram for a school assignment. To this day, I still don't understand why Dad was arrested. Then about 5 months later, we got a notice to pack our things. President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066A to prescribe military areas from which any or all persons may be excluded. We followed directions, and here we are, in a relocation center called Manzanar. Sakura just celebrated her 16th birthday, and my 15th birthday is coming up next month. I really wish the United States government listened to Curtis B. Munson, who clearly stated that there's no Japanese problem on the West Coast, after conducting his report of Japanese on the West Coast. If the government did listen, our lives would be so much better now. Oh, I hear Sakura coming. That's all for now, Aniko. We had pasta again. We're always eating starchy foods. Yeah. All the fruits and vegetables get sent to the military, but at least it's better than rice covered in syrup.
You get enough to eat today, Annika? The food is all spoiled.
Yeah, I got enough. The refrigeration system keeps them breaking down.
Oh, the dust. Oh, I hate. We always wake up covered in dust and sand, and we're always freezing at night. The bathroom doesn't get any heat, and the spoil stove doesn't do much at all. The only light we get is that from the one light bulb. We're in this one room that's only 20 by 25 feet, and 8 people have to live in here. We have no privacy at all. The bathrooms have no partitions, and the showers have no stalls. I can't take it. I need to go.
Hey, where are you going? Come back. Dear Diary, today is our 200th day in Manzanar. Nothing much has changed, except Sakura is getting more and more unhappy living here in Manzanar, and I'm questioning her mental state, but at least now she has a boyfriend. His name's Tadashi, and Mom and I both approve of him. I'm glad for Sakura, because she needs someone to keep her happy here.
He's dead.
Who?
What? He's dead. Tadashi's dead. He was shot. He was killed. He's dead. We were walking outside today, and 2 boys were playing catch. And one boy didn't catch the ball, and the ball rode near the fence. He went to go get the ball, and then he was shot by a guard. He wasn't trying to escape. He wasn't supposed to be killed. He's innocent. He's not guilty. Every single day we're surrounded by this barbed wire. We're trapped in here like cattle, and the kids at school say the Pledge of Allegiance for liberty and justice for all. But it doesn't apply to us anymore. get out of here. I want to be free.
Listen to me, Sakura. We get through this together. Hear me together. The Manslaughter War Relocation Center closed on November 21st, 1945. However, I'm the only child to see this. My older brother Isaiah joined the Army's 442nd Regiment to prove his loyalty to America. He died fighting the Germans in Europe. And well, for Sakura, I tried to be strong for both of us, but she lost all hope. And 3 months before the camp closed, she committed suicide.
That's so sad.
Not only that, once we returned home, we were expected to resume normal life again, as if nothing happened. However, we discovered that our homes and other belongings belonged to other American families. And we still couldn't go to certain places because they were so shunned. Nobody wanted us Japs near them. What the government did to us was unwarranted and unconstitutional. They violated our personal privacy rights and treated us like criminals, even though we're never formally tried in a court of law or charged. They violated the rights under the 1st, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 13th, and 14th Amendment. We weren't allowed to practice the Shinto religion, and all Japanese written materials were banned, and we couldn't speak Japanese. The FBI conducted the raids without search warrants, and all the so-called traitors who were arrested were denied a speedy trial and weren't told of their crimes. We're deprived of our liberty and property, and the conditions in the camp were so terrible that they were considered a cruel and unusual punishment. Pay rates in the camp were so low, much lower than the national average. And when we returned home, we weren't allowed to vote, and we weren't given equal protection under the law. What the government did to us was unfair and unconstitutional. We exchanged our lives as American citizens to lives as imprisoned criminals, and we kept the unfairness of the people and of the government.
Now I understand. The government took away your constitutional rights given to you by your founding fathers. But Grandma, don't you see? I still see people encountering fear, mistrust, hatred, prejudice, suspicion, not for what they've done, but for their culture or their heritage. Like after 9/11, some Muslims in their neighborhood were feared. And just recently, a freshman in my high school brought in a homemade clock, but since he was Muslim, they arrested him thinking it was a bomb. And you know what I heard? Presidential candidate Donald Trump said he might have supported the internment camps. And after the San Bernardino shootings in California, Donald Trump said he wants to ban all Muslims from entering into this country. The United States government is still exchanging our rights and liberties and freedom as American citizens, all in the name of national security. And we now know the NSA's surveillance programs collecting personal data on American citizens. And the FBI tried to force Apple to hack into an iPhone, opening the door to further intrusions over personal privacy as well. And you know what I heard? Former Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia had said, when asked about the Japanese internment camps, in times of war, the laws fall silent, meaning Japanese internment camps might come back again.
Unfortunately, America just never learns from their mistakes. What happened to me could happen to you and your children. It's just a matter of time.
Thank you.
Thank you.